you think they says there's no there's no smoke without fire, so they say. And since this counter-accusation is coming from the Tinubu's camp, do you feel any atom of truth in what they've said? And why is he also accusing the PDP and the Labour Party of these accusations, of these talks, will I say, calumnies, as he calls it?
They say he who goes to equity must go with clean hands. And in the local palace, there's a saying that if you are always been accused of eating too much of food, so when you go to the public now to eat public food, you eat it with caution, so that that which they said you normally do will not be said that you have done it. The big question here is, those things that PDP or the opposition parties are saying that, or are saying against the candidates of APC or the APC as a party, is it correct? Are they true? Now, those things that PDP and Labour Party are also accusing APC, are they also guilty of it? These are questions that every right-thinking Nigerian will ask. But for me, some of those accusations and counter-accusations do not bother me at this point in time. The reason being that everybody is looking for something to say against each other to gain popularity, because everybody is canvassing for vote. That is why whenever the standard bearer of APC is speaking in the public, the media heads of both the PDP, the Labour Party, and every other party in opposition will follow the program hook, line, and sinker, so that they will get something, a mistake from Tinubu, that they can use against him. So if I were Tinubu that is operating from the ruling party, I would have been more cautious and more careful on the things to say in the public, how to say it, and how to, because already their party is the party in government today that has led Nigeria into this serious suffering. So the attention will be there. However, none of these political parties that will say they do not have a clock on their eyes, all do have. But today, the one at the center of this accusation is the APC. So for me, it does not bother me, because you accuse, the other person counters the accusation and accuse you of his own. So it doesn't matter. This is the retie to politique against each other. And that is what is exactly happening now.
My question is this. Some people have also accused Bola Ahmed Tinubu of attracting these statements to himself because of what he said so far in the last weekend. He talked about Atiku, that he has been running and running. He should stop running and go and rest. Those are the matters he brought up. And Obi, he said he wouldn't want to really mention his name. Also, that is a disgrace to also mention his name.
Those are not the kind of things we want to hear.
That's the problem. Now. That's what we have.
The thing is that a certain president of United States of America,
okay,
we are told that he contested for sister, the 7th one he won election. In Nigeria here, President Muhammad Buhari also contested for about 3 times. The 4th one, he won election. Some state governors today have tried 1st, 2nd, 3rd time. The 4th time they won as governors of their states. So that is not the issue. The issue is Nigerians want issue-based campaign. Tinubu should tell us what he has in stock for Nigeria, not minding how many times Atiku has run to be president. For Atiku not to be president in those days, there are certain things that must have made him not to be president. Just like Buhari wasn't elected as president, those periods he failed. So Atiku didn't win because there were certain things responsible that made him not to win within those periods. At present now, what bothers me, or what should bother me most is, does Atiku have what it takes to be president of Nigeria now? Is he qualified? If you're talking about the issue of academic, he is qualified. Is he a Nigerian? Yes, he's qualified. Does he have the e-health, the physical fitness to be president? I think he has. So also to other presidential candidates. So now, what bothers Nigeria is now, what is your blueprint? What do you have in store for Nigerians? I've said severally that among the 4 major presidential candidates, only one person is getting to close of actually telling Nigerians how to solve our problem, whether he will be able to do it or not. Only one. What I don't know is whether the person has all it takes to win the election. That's another thing altogether.
That's another kettle of fish for itself. Yes. But let's see another statement he made. Another guy said, in one of the falsehoods being circulated, especially in the northwest of the country, Tinubu is set to harbor plans to relocate the federal capital from Abuja to Lagos on succeeding President Muhammadu Buhari from May 29, 2023. How do you see this accusation? You think, because Lagos was once our capital, right?
Yes.
Yes, so now Abuja is currently the capital of Nigeria. So, does this really sound to you very true? Why, it sounds like a joke.
You see, in Nigeria, our politicians think that we are all daft, or that Nigerians are stupid. Nigerians are not stupid. Nigerians are knowledgeable people. Nigerians are not people that will come and say anything that we will all believe. This one is the joke of the century. The greatest joke of the century. In fact, the person that has said this, I don't even know whether he actually knew that he was going to make such statement. For you to relocate ordinary world headquarters, I'm not talking about local government headquarters, world, it must be a legislative matter. In fact, it must pass through legislation in National Assembly. Not even the state House of Assemblies have the powers. Not to talk of local government legislation. For you to say so place that was a head
in the world,
that the place is no longer the world headquarters, is so place. It must pass through legislation. National Assembly must legislate on it. Now, for you to also correct a name, see, if you go to the Constitution, the name of Obiapo was wrongly spelled. Now, the House of Rep member representing Obiapo constituency, the person of Okechinda, has raised a motion in the floor for correction of just the spelling of Obiapo. Now, in my community, the name of my ward is wrongly spelled. The name of my community is wrongly spelled in the Constitution. So we can't change it until maybe we'll have somebody in the National Assembly who will have the voice to speak and move a motion that so name should be correct. And from Odagwa, the name that is displayed there is Odogwa, O-D-O, instead of O-D-A. And somebody is coming to tell Nigerians that you are going to relocate FCT from Abuja to Lagos. It's laughable now. It's an impossible task. Tinubu can't do it. Nobody can do it. For Lagos to be relocated from the FCT to be relocated from Lagos,
from Abuja to Lagos.
No, from Lagos to Abuja by Babangida.
Okay.
It was easily done because the country has already proposed. There was already a plan to relocate the capital of Nigeria from Lagos to Abuja. Even at that, it was done so easily because it was a military regime. If it was even in a democratic regime, even though that it was already planned, it would have taken more time for it to be done. It would have been so controversial. So, when people are coming to say something against certain candidates, they should say those things that are very correct, that does not even have any ingredients of the law. Because this one is an issue of law. That for you to do it, the National Assembly have to sit, deliberate on it. And you see, for you to even look at some states are crying that they need more states. You cannot even create a state because it has to pass through legislation. It will involve amendment of the Constitution for you to do that. So that statement, in fact, the person that has made that statement need to come and even apologize to Nigeria that he has tried to mislead Nigerians. It is not very correct and cannot be very correct. You see, so for me, politicians should give us their blueprint, tell us what they have in stock, and not to try everything possible to run their opponents down. And in trying to run their opponents down, you bring those things that are not very correct, that are not very true. Okay? So that statement cannot be correct, will not be correct, and assuming that Tinubu have that as one of his plan, if he become president, he can never achieve it.